Narrative Economics by Robert J. Shiller is an exploration of the role that stories and narratives play in shaping economic events and decision-making. The author argues that traditional economic models, which rely primarily on rational choice and incentives, are insufficient to explain many aspects of economic behavior. Instead, Shiller proposes that understanding the power of narratives is crucial for developing a more complete and accurate picture of economic phenomena. The book is divided into 4 parts. The first part, The Power of Narrative, establishes the foundation for the argument by discussing the nature of narratives and their importance in human society. Shiller defines a narrative as a story about events and their interpretation, which provides meaning and context to our lives. He argues that narratives are not merely fictional stories, but rather pervade all aspects of human experience, including economics. The second part, Financial Markets and Narratives, examines the role of narratives in shaping financial markets and investor behavior. Shiller begins by discussing the classic example of the South Sea Bubble, an infamous financial speculation in the early 18th century that ended in disaster. He argues that the bubble was fueled by a powerful narrative about the company's wealth and prospects, which overrode rational analysis. Throughout this section, Shiller provides numerous examples of financial bubbles and crashes, such as the Dutch tulip mania, the dot-com bubble, and the 2008 housing market collapse, all of which were driven by narratives that took on a life of their own. The third part, Macroeconomic Narratives, explores the role of narratives in shaping macroeconomic outcomes, such as business cycles and economic growth. Shiller argues that narratives can have powerful effects on aggregate behavior, as people's beliefs and expectations about the future are influenced by stories they hear and tell. He provides examples of how narratives about the Great Depression, World War II, and the post-war economic boom shaped subsequent economic performance. The fourth and final part, Policy Implications, discusses the implications of Shiller's narrative approach for economic policy. He argues that policymakers must be aware of the power of narratives and actively shape them in order to achieve desired economic outcomes. Shiller also discusses the importance of education and public discourse in promoting a more rational and informed understanding of economic issues. Throughout the book, Shiller draws on a wide range of sources, including literature, history, psychology, and economics. He cites works by authors as diverse as Charles Dickens, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and George Akerlof, as well as research in social psychology and cognitive science. The book is richly illustrated with examples and anecdotes that bring the concepts to life, making it accessible to a general audience while also providing depth and insight for scholars. One of the key contributions of narrative economics is its emphasis on the role of emotion in economic decision-making. Shiller argues that traditional economic models, which tend to view individuals as rational maximizers of utility, underestimate the importance of emotions, such as fear, greed, and hope. By incorporating these emotions into our understanding of economic behavior, we can develop a more nuanced and realistic picture of how markets and economies function. Another important theme in the book is the role of social norms and cultural values in shaping economic outcomes. Shiller discusses how narratives about what is normal or desirable can influence individual behavior and collective action. For example, he argues that the narrative of American exceptionalism, which holds that the United States is uniquely virtuous and prosperous, has shaped economic policies and public perceptions in ways that have contributed to both its successes and its failures. In conclusion, Narrative Economics by Robert J. Shiller offers a compelling argument for the importance of narratives in understanding economic behavior. By exploring the ways in which stories shape financial markets, macroeconomic outcomes, and public policy, Shiller provides a more nuanced and complete picture of the complex forces that drive economic activity. The book is essential reading for anyone interested in economics, sociology, psychology, or the study of human behavior more broadly. Its insights have the potential to reshape our understanding of not only economic theory but also the world around us.